Alright, you hear the background music, you know what kind of video this is gonna be. In today's video, we're gonna be looking at a guy whining about the absolute Batman comics due to Batman assaulting
the Ku Klux Klan! Oh no!
I wish I was making this up, but nah. For those who don't know, Ranting For Vengeance is this guy who blew up a while ago for whining about the absolute Batman comics because Barbara Gordon was a black woman. Yeah. And then he blew up again because he said the funniest line ever said by a human being. I'm just gonna let the clip play.
When you say I'm scared of black people, newsflash, you illiterate troglodyte. Everybody is.
Oh, you're serious?
Yeah, we can clearly see that we are dealing with someone who was definitely on the short bus. And I would know, because I was on the short bus. But anyway, I saw 51 seconds from a video from this guy named Snowbricks96, and I decided, what the hell? I'll cover whatever the fuck Ranting For Vengeance is yapping about this time. Mainly just so we can have some variety on the channel so it's not just always me shitting on clankers. Even though that's fun, you know, I just want to have some variety. Anyway. In Barakanta fashion, the title reads, Absolute Batman goes full woke slob, and comes from Ranting For Vengeance. So without further ado, let's just get right into this shit.
So I'm a little late to this story, but who cares? Absolute Batman has apparently broken the no-kill rule.
Okay, first of all, I just want to say, holy shit, that lighting looks so much different from the last video. I feel like I missed out on some very important lore. But anyway, this wouldn't be the first time Batman has broken the no-kill rule. Don't y'all remember the Batman v Superman movie where he guns a guy down? I remember. I mean, I didn't watch that movie, I just saw a clip from a Chazington video, but yeah, this wasn't the first time. And honestly, who cares if it's not exactly one-to-one to how a Batman was previously? As long as they do something cool with it, then where is the problem?
What is the problem?
And you'd be asking yourself, why would the writers make such a big decision? Well, the answer is
they wanted to do something different and not just bore people with the same old story over and over again? Well, that's the actual answer, but let's see what Fancy Pants over here is gonna say.
because they wanted to crack down on people who have a certain political opinion.
I swear to God, what is it with these schmucks on the interwebs going, everything political, blah, 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 oh my God. Does it never cross their mind that maybe the writers just wanted to make an interesting story? But you know, go off, Queen.
Yeah, this comic continues to be absolute retardation that nobody knows about or cares about. But before we get into it, if you like these type of videos and you want to help out the channel, maybe consider subscribing or becoming a patron. So
Y'all heard him. Make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, share this video, all that good stuff. Now, let's get back into the video. Yes, I just wanted an excuse to make a big man gamers joke. Piss off.
I really like doing 50 videos on one subject like I've done in the past, because I feel that after a certain point it'll get exhausting just listening to woke slop.
So, basically, your entire YouTube catalog.
So that is my mindset, but this absolute Batman story is too big and retarded to ignore. And because of that, I'm gonna stay true to what I believe. I'm not gonna go through this comic page by page, tearing it apart, because any person with common sense already knows that DC as a company is dead. The normal Batman comics are gay and handicapped.
The normal Batman comics are gay and handicapped.
What kind of an insult is that? I am just confused. The fuck?
Which we'll get to in a second, and Absolute Batman is just that times 10. So I'm not gonna do something where I break every single thing down as if it's some story that's worth reading.
But I do just want to touch on the people who are loving this garbage. They're celebrating this as if it's like Watchmen or The Dark Knight Returns.
Real question though. Why do you care if people are enjoying it? Like, if you have problems with it, that's one thing, but whining about people enjoying it is another. Like, bro, I feel like you should be just focusing on the thing itself, not the people who enjoy it, because then you're just wasting your time. I mean, whining about something sucking while everybody else seems to like it is already kind of wasting your time. But you know, baby steps, I guess, for this guy.
This is probably all I'll show because the cringe just gets out of hand. So this guy here gets 6 million views and 200k likes. That's one of the most retarded pictures of all time from the brand new Absolute Batman annual, which nobody read, by the way. Like, nobody gives a fuck about that. And the same goes for these pages that you're posting up, as if they mean something.
Yeah, they clearly mean something. That being racism is bad, and you shouldn't do it, because it's bad and stupid. Like, seriously, y'all have to be so stupid to be hating on someone just because they look a little different. Like, holy shit, go outside.
It all comes back to the classic Reddit mentality of, hey, my favorite woke character agrees with me.
Motherfucker, look in the mirror, you are the redhead. But yeah, I'm willing to bet my left testicle that if the comics said, I heard their racism good, he wouldn't be saying this shit. It's clearly some rules for thee but not for me mentality going on.
So yeah, and they think that it gives them a leg to stand on. Who gives a shit if Absolute Batman would agree with you?
Well, clearly you give a shit, seeing how you're upset he's not agreeing with your stance, but yeah, go off, queen.
And this doesn't just go out to the fake fans who are just gay retards like this guy, but it also goes out to the spastics at DC making this shit. Do you think you're making a difference, and do you think that anybody finds this cool?
Well, clearly a lot of people find it cool seeing how the comic sold out in less than a week.
As I said earlier, people are talking about this, and the writers and artists making this slop think that it's The Dark Knight Returns, or Frank Miller's Daredevil, or Watchmen. And here's the thing, I don't even like Watchmen, but I can't sit here and say that it isn't a famous piece of work that changed comics. And the same goes for Daredevil Born Again and The Dark Knight Returns. You know, all these comics that none of you have read. And no, I'm not talking to the people with brains out there who can actually think for themselves. I'm talking to the people like this guy who are posting about how they love Absolute Batman breaking up neo-Nazis. Have you read Frank Miller's Daredevil?
No, but I don't think we should be comparing one comic to another. I feel like we should just, judge the comic on its own 2 feet. Because if we compare one thing to another, we will be here all fucking day.
Have you read Denny O'Neil Batman? I don't think so. But all that stuff aside, I just think that it's absolutely hilarious that you think you're making a difference. You think by drawing some spasticated comic where fake Batman goes around crushing people, you're changing the political landscape of the world.
Okay, have you ever thought that maybe, just maybe, the writers and artists aren't trying to change the political landscape of the world and are just, trying to make an interesting story? Did that not cross your brain even once? I swear to God, what is it with these political grifters always whining, going, hey there, politics this, hey there, politics this, blah blah blah. Shut up, bro. It's just meant to be an interesting story. But I mean, you wouldn't know that because you got your head so far up your anus, you always think everything's political.
Nobody read this shit. End of story. Moving on. At this point, I can't even get angry at this because this is just laughable. Who thinks that this is even Batman? So this artist, Dan Mora, who draws Batman and all these great DC comics and is beloved and he's so awesome, is just drawing Batman and Superman being gay.
I see nothing wrong with some yaoi. Why do you think there's something wrong with some yaoi? I don't know why it's your business if 2 guys are kissing, bro. And if it is your business, that's a little more gay than actually being gay.
And I'm pretty sure it's like a fan commission. So you walk up to your favorite artist and say, hey, can you draw Batman and Superman being gay for some reason? Imagine trying this on an actual good artist. Like walking up to Neil Adams or John Byrne and being like, hey, can you draw Wolverine? But instead of smoking a cigar, he's just gay and retarded.
So basically just you. Okay, anyway. 1, the guy is clearly a talented artist. I know talent when I see it. And 2, who cares if it was a commission? At least bro's not doing a 50k Verbal Ace commission. Though I bet this guy would want that over 2 guys kissing. Because, oh no! How dare 2 guys kiss? Oh my god, who fucking cares?
But for some reason, this guy, Dan Mora, is just drawing them happily, and he's done it multiple times. As I said, you can't really get mad and lose your crap over this because this isn't really Batman.
Bro says you can't really get mad at it, yet here he is, getting mad at it. Damn, bro, don't you see a little hypocrisy?
Dan Mora is not a good artist. Nobody knows who the hell he is. Nobody knows what his comics are. Nobody knows what Absolute Batman or its shitty annual is. That's the whole point I'm trying to make with this video. It's kind of hilarious that people think that Dan Mora, the mainline Batman runs, the Bat Family, Absolute Batman, it's the top of the comics world and everybody's reading it. It's becoming mainstream now.
Well, I mean, the new comic did sell out, so... Well, I wouldn't say everybody's reading it, but I will say a shitload of people are reading it, so make of that what you will.
The truth is, any real fan of DC, comics, or Batman saw Absolute Batman and went, what is this retarded shit? And then went back to reading something good. I'm not even the biggest fan of new manga and anime, but I can give it respect because it's succeeding massively. And you wanna know why? Because people don't care about Batman anymore. Batman sucks and he has for a long time. And he's become something that isn't even the same character. You know the Dark Knight, the detective in Gotham City, the masculine vigilante who was vengeance. Nope, nowadays he's either some big Down syndrome guy beating people into the ground, or he's gay in the case of Dan Mora here. And I'm not gonna continue preaching about this for 50 million videos straight. Well, I will laugh my ass off at every single retarded asshole that thinks that Absolute Batman is worth a shit. And if you're in the same boat as me, where you're sick of all of this garbage, then maybe give some manga and anime a shot. If you're not interested in that, then there's so many great comics that came before. And if you think in those terms, well done, you have common sense and you're a real fan of these characters and comics. But if you're someone like the shitty artist Daniel Warren Johnson, gay Dan Mora, anybody working on the slap at DC, and anybody who wants to come in and argue because they're gay and retarded, fuck you and go complain to your boyfriend.
Well, that was an absolute snorendous video. Like, holy shit, bro was just going in circles by the end of it. Man, maybe I should go back to talking about clankers, because holy crap, that was boring! But I guess the moral of the story is...
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Take the sheets off, you Ku Klux Klan!
And yeah, make sure to like and subscribe to boost me in the algorithm. Don't send hate towards this guy, because honestly, this is pretty funny at times, and pretty boring at worst. But yeah, time to do the Ohio YouTube!
Why do I have a funny feeling the Ku Klux Klan is gonna pop out any moment? Why? The Ku Klux Klan! Ooh!